to Mrs. Pete's Thrifty Living. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to show you a book that I got when I went to Florida, one of my trips at the thrift store. I think I paid maybe a quarter, could have been a little bit more, not sure. I tend to buy cheap books. Anyway, this one really caught my eye. It's Stories and Recipes of the Great Depression in 1930 by Rita Van Amber, and then more from Your Kitchen in the 1980s. And I found a couple recipes I want to try. One of them is very economical. The most expensive item in it is 2 eggs, and at the price of eggs these days, that would be the most expensive. We got flour and salt, and it's almost like making a dumpling with a onion, bacon flavor topping. So I just thought it'd be fun to try this out today, and I'm gonna have half this recipe because it's just me, and we'll see how that works. So I'm gonna check this out, see if it works, and then I'll be back. I know I'm not gonna be in the picture right now, but I wanted to show you in this book. It's called Glaze, and I just wanted to tell you that, boy, for a healthy, well, let's not say healthy, filling meal, this would work. It's like really making dumplings. What you do is you take enough flour for the amount of dough that you want and 2 eggs, but I'm going to cut it down to 1 because I'm going to make a smaller amount, and a little salt, and then you put a little milk in it to make it a dough, and then you spoon that dough into a kettle of boiling water. I put a little salt in that, and then you cook that till about the size of a chicken nugget, they say. Then while that's cooking, I'm going to fry up an onion. It says sliced, in some bacon grease, which I had in the refrigerator. And then when it's all said and done, you take your dumplings out and you put them in your serving dish, and then you spoon the glaze, that's the name of the recipe, over the top of it. The glaze is onions and bacon grease. What do you think of that? Is anybody game to try this one? I have a taste tester that said he would try this out today, so let's see how it turns. Okay, I've got about a cup of flour in this bowl, and I'm going to put the egg, and some salt. I just put a little bit, probably a teaspoon, half teaspoon. Then I put the egg in here. I'm going to stir this around. Remember, I'm wanting to have a dumpling, so I'm stirring that up a little bit. And then I got some milk, this little carton of milk you get at Dollar Tree or something. Let's see how that works. Whoops, my messy cook. And I got my water boiling over there. I'm still going to have to put a little bit more, I think. I think this is going to be like dumplings, although it doesn't call for baking powder. That might make it a little bit more. Okay, let's see how that works. Can you see? I hope I've got the camera just right. Once I get this done, I'm going to take it over. Going to stop this video and take it over just a little bit more, I think. Just a tad more. Let's see how that works. Okay. Can you see? I think I'm going to get a little spoon to spoon it off of my big spoon. Okay. And I think that's going to be the consistency what I want. So let's check this out. In the meantime, I got my grease in bacon grease in my skillet, and I've got to turn that on. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I got my grease all hot here in my skillet, and I cut it in pieces, and I tried to put a tablespoon of bacon grease in here, and I maybe have too much, so I don't know how that's going to work. And I cut this in kind of bite-sized pieces, and you can see my water over there boiling. And I'm going to take this and see what happens. We'll see if that works. This is like making dumplings, I guess. Here goes. First one in. And whenever they come up to the surface, I think you turn them around. I've cooked, I used to make some caramel dumplings, and those were really quite good. So we'll see how this turns out. This may be a one-time thing in my life. I'll make a video and you guys can decide. And if anybody tries this or thinks they would like to try it, I would be interested to know. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. And it's starting to, you can see they're cooking well. I don't know if you can see that if I tip the pan a little bit more. And I'm not sure whether I think I can get all of these in there. And I think I turned my fire off because it was getting too hot. So now I got to turn it back on. Okay, it's back on. So that's one thing about gas. You have instant on and off. I'm so used to it. Whenever you cook with someone that don't have it, and I may be making one big whatever here. I probably shouldn't have put all these in at once. Okay, you guys. I think, whoops, that one's going to be a weird one. Let's do it. Let's see what happens here. Got my, okay, see that? Check it out. I'm going to turn that up just a tad now, because they're supposed to get soft and goody. You know what? I think I put a little pepper. Oops, you guys, I'm knocking the things over. Hope you didn't get seasick at that. Sorry about that. Okay, I was going to say I'm going to get some pepper. I do have a pepper shaker, but I've got the box here. Let's see if I can get that open. I think well, maybe it won't. Okay, you guys. Tearing the kitchen up as we speak. Okay, pepper in that. I'll put pepper in the water. Okay. Let's see what happens here, guys. I think I need a slotted spoon, and I'm going out of the... Hey, check that out. These are funny looking. I don't know. And this is starting to brown a little bit. And I think I'm going to, well, let's just stay and keep you along for the ride. Hopefully you are having a good day. We have sun in California today. Actually, it got up to 70 yesterday. Now those are getting pretty tender. And I think I could use a little salt in those too. I know we have salt in our salted water and salt in our other, but I think I'll enjoy it more. And so, let's see what happened with these dumplings. Check them out. Oh, they're not brown, but I think they're done. Let me get one and then take it out and see what happens when I cut it up. Well, that's certainly cheap eating, guys, no matter what. I'm going to turn this off and then I'll plate it up pretty soon and have my special guest come in. Here is my special guest trying out this glaze. Okay. And I told him to be honest. This is my son, Josh, and he has helped me so much with this channel.
I smell the bacon. You
smell the bacon. If you were starving, could you eat that? Do you think it'd be filling? What do you think? Do you give it a thumbs up or down?
I've never tasted this texture in a bread before.
Well, remember, it doesn't have baking powder in it. It's just the flour and salt and milk and an egg.
If I gotta be honest,
okay,
it feels like if you were eating brains or something. It's got a texture I've never felt before. It's
okay, so that's probably a thumbs down for you.
The taste is good. It's just the bread texture that's both hard and kind of slimy at the same time.
Okay, we'll have to improve that or not make it again. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm back for the final. After eating a little bit of that, Josh not really enjoying it, I decided no need of wasting all that. So I had some spinach. I made cream of spinach. I cut those up smaller and put them in my cream of spinach. I had some cream of chicken soup in the refrigerator, and I used that as a base with a little chicken broth. And look what I got. Well, we'll see if that's good. It should be better. Should be healthy. Okay, we'll see.